With me today are Cameron Brooks, Vice President, Tendril, Charles Dickerson, Vice President, Customer Care with PHI, and Ron Binz, former Chair of the Colorado Public Utility Commission. Welcome to all of you.
You know, one of the things that's been going on for many years is the customers are being taught and told how much energy efficiency counts and how much they should undertake. People do it for different reasons. Some people do it to save money. Some people do it to save the planet. And what Smart Grid is going to do is going to give people actual ways of doing this that are more than just changing your light bulbs. There's going to be fundamental ways in which people who care about energy efficiency are going to be able to implement that. Let me give an example. Suppose you travel away for the weekend. Wouldn't it be nice to have a system which knows you're gone and basically shuts down the electric use in your house that you don't need while you're gone? That'll save you $5 or $10 a month if that happens often enough. Those are kind of major things, and consider the savings to the environment of not using that electricity. Right now it's just a lot of work. People buy lamp timers so they can have their lights go on and off to signal that they're there even when they're not. That's a possible application. It's an easy one to imagine. Now, just keep going and thinking of things like that to make your use more friendly. I'm confident that's the kinds of things that are going to happen once we get in place a platform that allows the development of those kinds of applications.
You know, we were talking before about barriers, and one of the things that occurs to me is as those kinds of applications that can save energy and the technologies that will allow energy savings to be implemented, or even energy generation, I'd say there's a lot of factors that are leading to demand being reduced on the system, whether they're macroeconomic factors, whether there's a lowering cost of energy management technologies or the lowering costs of energy production technologies that are going to show up on the customer side of the meter. I don't think it's a barrier, but I think the challenge and the opportunity for regulators and utilities today is to figure out what is the path forward that allows us to return the electric company to its real roots, which is about the safe and reliable delivery of electricity. And so how can we measure the flattening of the load curve, as you mentioned before, and reward the utility for delivering that service to customers? I think that's one of the things that's going to allow these new kinds of applications to really flourish and to bring all people into the game to set that platform for innovation.
We're on the verge of revolutionizing the electric industry, and those are meaningful terms. It'll happen progressively. It's not going to be overnight, but it will be revolutionary in the same way that computerization. I mean, remember the old famous quotes from IBM? Computers are real important. The country will probably need 6 of them someday. I mean, now lots of people own 6 computers. Smart Grid will be very much the same thing. So, as a regulator, I know there are barriers. There's economic barriers. Utilities are monopolies, and in order to open the platform to other providers, rules have to change, regulatory policies have to change. That's a good example of that. We all know that we want to make sure that sensitive information being collected is protected, so there are now plenty of efforts, and I know they will be successful, to put layers of protection in place to keep consumer data. But the real barrier is getting a ubiquitous system that worldwide companies can plug their stuff into. Whirlpool doesn't want to manufacture a refrigerator that's different in every state. They want a smart refrigerator that can plug in. So that's, I think, going to be the impetus for standards. We are going to have a plug-and-play system. We're very close to that now, but we're going to have a plug-and-play system, much like we do for PCs.
I'd like to thank our panel. We're out of time here, but on behalf of the Institute for Electric Efficiency, I think we've had a great discussion today about smart grid technology. Cameron, Charles, Ron, thank you again. We look forward to a very bright future.